Pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
He'll try and do this himself. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go. 45, wide. Cut.
They'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Fights loose. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. New York on now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
14, Vikings 7.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. They also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all...
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Cade York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
They're on the 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Throwing is McCarthy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
You look at this Niner defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
McCarthy operating from the gun. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Vikings sit 9-4 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
60 Vikings, 70 Rangers, 70.
Throwing again, McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10.
70 Lions.
Now the first carry here for the running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Ready? Top 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, trap 60, trap 60.
Here's McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Good open field tackling there. 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
27-yard line.
Ready, ready, ready.
They'll run it here with Logan. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at about the 38. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
They run with Logan. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 11.
The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. This is Logan. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now a 2nd and 2.
Smash, smash, set. Black 40. Hut, hut.
They run again with Logan. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Let's go. Yellow, 40, ready.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw here.
That is caught. Downfield is Pearsall.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
1st down.
Got it.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 52 blue. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Niners go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. York now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Vikings 14.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
10 at the 34-yard line.
On play action. Now McCarthy.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11.
19 Lions. Let's check out.
Sticking with the pass. Here's McCarthy.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
At the 41-yard line.
Here we go.
Now McCarthy.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Waste of time.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Past the 20. 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Well, CD, remember, he had a touchdown earlier, but that was in a much more conventional manner. This time picking up the fumble and taking it in for 6.
Yeah, you better see him out with stupid score right there. Multiple touchdowns in this game for him, and he's not complaining how he got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
A 33-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
Ready, set.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And his throw is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To the air with McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
19, street, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Gain of 11.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
And he will find his man on the outside. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To the air again, McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. 3rd and goal, McCarthy.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half.
Niners 28, Vikings 27. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Let's go now. Ready?
He'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
10 cycles. Here we go. Set. 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Logan.
What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 105 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Hey, go Fury. Set. Hut, hut.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
2 yards on the pickup.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Here we go. Set.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
McCarthy's pass complete to number 2. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. from the gun. They'll try to run it.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Third down and 7.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's 3rd and 7. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. That is caught.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Man, and he hits him in stride. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Niners' 36-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Viking 18.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of it.
They'll take it. Just I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And this one too low.
Had no open man that time, and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Here's McCarthy.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Ricky Pearsall.
48 yards.
And the Niners have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Here we go, here we go. Panthers, 19, 19, 19.
Throwing is McCarthy.
And he loses the football a second time. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return from a 49er touchdown.
The York on now for the extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Niners 45, Vikings 34. Cade York to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Michael Williams
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Under pressure, they got him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. On 1st down, Logan. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Up the middle they go. Clemens. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Purdy now to throw.
James has got it. Complete. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
York able to send this one through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
They'll try and run for it.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lined up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Well, the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
This is 3rd and goal. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed